Kunkel. I'm the creator of Brain Health Matters, which is a series of online events, courses, programs, and videos, all designed to help you improve your health so you can have a happier and healthier brain. Today, I'm celebrating the release of my book called The Plant Lover's Fast Start Guide, Essential Nutrition for a Healthier Brain. Part of that book includes recipes for easy and delicious vegan foods. So I'd like to share one of those recipes with you today. We're going to start with an Alfredo sauce. Normally, Alfredo sauces are cream and butter and lots of things that aren't good for your brain and certainly not good for your waistline. So this is a simple, delicious Alfredo, but I'm going to add a little zip to it. We're going to make some homemade vegan pesto as well and mix the two. So you'll have two recipes for the price of one. You can use them separately or together. So this is very simple. I've got 1 cup of plant-based milk. I make my own almond milk. I'm here in Ecuador, and it just seems to be easier and less expensive for me to make my own. But if you have carton, that's just fine. I've got almost a cup of avocado. It's chopped up in small pieces. In the original recipe, they ask for you to have it in all smushed up, but I've got to buy the mix. I don't need to smush it ahead of time. I do need to scoop this out. Here we go. And then we also have a little bit of salt, about half a teaspoon. Sometimes I do a little bit less because especially today, I'm going to be mixing this sauce with my pesto and it has lots of flavor, so I don't need so much salt. I also have half a teaspoon of garlic powder and 1/4 teaspoon of mustard powder, which adds a really great flavor to it. Just a little extra kick. And then some people will want this, others may not. I like it because it makes the sauce stick to the pasta a little better and adds a little flavor. This is just 1 tablespoon of vegan butter. I make the vegan butter myself, and you can get the recipe by clicking on the link below where I offer all of the vegan basics in a book that you can just download, a PDF that you can download. It's free, and you can click on that below to get it. But this is the vegan butter I make. You could also use olive oil. I just happen to do it like this. It has a really unique flavor. My husband, who's not bacon, also really likes this stuff. So I'm going to turn off my mic before I turn this on because I don't want you to be overloaded with sounds from this. There you go. How easy was that? Literally, like, what was that, 5 minutes? Now, I had some prep time ahead of time, but that's what we've got here. Yes, it's green. That's from the avocados, but it's the perfect texture. There you go. There's your Alfredo sauce. Next up, we're going to make the pesto sauce. And I'm going to pause this for a minute here to go and get all the stuff for that. Okay, and here we are with the pesto portion of this. This is such a beautiful vegan version of pesto. And I just want to make sure I get it in the right order because I've made this many times, but I want to make sure I get it right for you guys. So we're going to start with 2 cups of basil. Now, look at the size of these basil leaves. Mondo basil. I'm going to make a double batch today because I want to freeze some. The great thing about basil and pesto is that you can freeze it. My husband was just searching for a great way to do this, and we're going to use ice cube trays to freeze it. But right now, I'm going to double the recipe. I will, in the printed materials you're going to get with this video, it will be just half of the recipe that I'm making here. I'll give you the actual numbers that I'm doing today. So this is 4 cups of basil, and this is going to get my Cuisinart food processor full to the brim. We do not use pine nuts here in Ecuador, especially they're horrendously expensive and very hard to find. So we use walnuts. So that would be 4 cups of basil. I've got 1 cup of walnuts. Just going to throw them in there. And I have to share with you the garlic cloves that are made in Ecuador. Now we can also, of course, get the Chinese garlic but I always try to get this. How cool is that? Look at the size of that. That's about 4 regular cloves in there. So I just chop them up a little bit and right here. Make them a little bit smaller before I put them in. I quartered it already, but there's a quarter of one of those, and it looks about the size of a very large garlic clove. So I'm going to put 4 pieces of that, so one of those whole. So it would be like 4 to 5 garlic cloves that you would have from normal garlic. And again, I'm going to turn my mic off because we are going to make a lot of noise here, and we don't want to blow up the speaker here. So that's almost right before yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, there you go. See, looks just about right because now I'm going to add in the oil. And I know that many whole foods, plant-based cooks, and some of the most famous ones, don't like using oil. I don't really have a problem with it. I don't want to use a lot of it. And I use it for special things like this, but you only use a little bit of this product, right, at once. So we're going to use some olive oil. Now, again, I'm making a double batch. The recipe you'll get is half of this. But we're going to start the food processor again, and I'm going to gradually add the olive oil in so that it mixes up well. And again, I'm going to mute my sound. That was a whole cup in these 4 cups, but you're only going to be using half a cup for your 2 cups of basil. You can see how quickly that, again, I'll show you what this looks like because it's all about the texture, right? It's all about texture. Oh, there we go. There you go. So this is before we add all the rest of the stuff. So we've got just in this so far, all it is the olive oil, basil, walnuts, and garlic. That's all that's in here so far. Now I'm going to put my lid back on again, and we're going to add, in this case, 2 tablespoons. You'll be adding 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. I squeeze it from nice fresh lemons. We're going to have, in this one, 6 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. I can tell you that there is a brand called nutritious that is just incredible. It is so good. It's kind of expensive, but I have it wheeled in because, like a few things, it's kind of hard to get nutritional yeast here. So I do use that brand when I can get it. This one is not. I had it before. So I've got this. We're going to have a little bit of salt, just a pinch. We don't want to have a lot of salt in it because, again, in this particular today, I'm going to be adding the creamy sauce, the Alfredo sauce, for my dinner. So I don't want to have a lot of extra salt because there is a little bit of salt in the recipe that I use. So I'm just going to use maybe, I don't know, half a teaspoon. You can always adjust it later, right? To make more if you want. You can always add or subtract. We're going to have a little pinch of pepper. I'll grind some fresh pepper in here. And our lemon juice. There we go. Ta-da! Pesto sauce. Isn't that beautiful? So you can mix these and match these, have this alone. My husband uses it on pita pockets, just has them single and puts a layer of pesto and then his veggies on. And we have a wonderful vegan cheese here. Put that in under the broiler. It's amazing. Or like I'm going to do tonight, I'm going to mix it with this sauce that I made earlier. So I'll put probably about half of this in with my Alfredo sauce and have a delicious, very nutritious, because we've got the antioxidants. We've got so much good stuff. Avocado, healthy fats. We've got garlic, which is amazing for anti-inflammatory properties and antioxidant properties. And what we'll probably do tonight also is slice up some mushrooms and saute them a little bit and put them with the pasta and the sauce. So here you go, a vegan Pesto Alfredo. And I'm Kate Kunkel, and I'm the author of The Plant Lover's Fast Start Guide to Essential Nutrition for a Healthier Brain. And I will see you in my next video for the next book, which is The Musical Brain. Have a great day.